Well, I'm going to be showing you the new mission locomotives. Well, besides one of them, which is the Frosty Friend one. Thomas is the snowman. I'm not doing that on clearing the snow. I'm not doing that one. So, well, I got all the locomotives and passenger cars, but I'm not doing the snowman one. And the reason why is because it's a wasted. Well, it's difficult for me to clear all the snow and just to get a snowman to attach to Thomas and do like that episode that I don't think nobody liked. But anyway, on to showing you the locomotives, and you might be thinking, why is Henry here? He didn't get an update. He only got a new faces, which I'll show. Let me just. I'm gonna, Alright, right here is good. Um, the only thing that's different to him is new faces and new whistles. Here's his whistle A. It's his whistle but deeper pitch for some reason. And then here's whistle B. I think that's his whistle from Magic Railroad. Okay, anyway, on to the faces. Alright, here's his angry face. Also, hold on. Let me get rid of these. The eyeball and green flag and whistle. So y'all can see it properly, his face properly. Anyway, here's his angry face. Here's his annoyed face. Here's his asleep face. I don't even want to. I mean, that is a sleep face, but I don't think Henry would actually sleep like that unless he's having a good sleep. Cheeky, cheeky. Don't remember Henry having a cheeky face. Devious. I don't know when Henry had a devious face. I don't think he ever had. Exhausted. What kind of exhausted face is that? It doesn't make sense. But anyway, they're grinning, normal face, grumpy. Did Henry have a grumpy? I don't think. I think it showed in like season 1 or 2 or 3 in like the classic series of him having a grumpy face. But anyway, happy face. Happy season 3 face. Like, laughing. Wait, was that his laughing? Yeah, it was. I showed happy face season 3. Laughing face season 2. Okay, that's the mouth's just creepy. Everything else, like his eyes and eyebrows are fine. It's just his mouth is creepy. Sad, sick, oop, sick. Season 1, smiling season 1 face, smiling season 3 face. Did I do? Yeah, season 3 face. Um, smiling season 6. Okay, I remember him having that face in season 6. I think smug. That smug face just not look right. Speechless, spooked, struggling. That's not a struggling face. If it, sorry about that. That's a struggling. That's not his struggling face. If he was struggling, he'd be wincing. Here's his stuffed up face. Surprised, surprised HE. What does HE mean? Anybody want to know that? I don't know. I mean, suspicious. It looks more of a sick face. Uncomfortable. Hey, pretty normal. Normal. But I don't think he ever had that face. Wincing and worried. It looks more of a sad face. I don't know why when you have a worried face you have to have a sad expression. It should be like a concerned expression. Isn't concerning and worried the same thing? Like you're concerned, like you worry concerned. I feel like it should be like that. And also, where is Henry's delete button? Hold on, wait. What? Oh, I didn't see the delete button. I was wondering, like, where's the delete button? Did they get rid of it, or they? I think what they're doing is they're replacing them with newer ones. Now this one is an electric battery locomotive built in 1917. This here is Stafford. He's an electric battery shunting locomotive, which his real life base is actually, I think, in the museum in the UK. Correct me if I'm wrong on that, but anyway, he was built in 1917. Here's his faces. Well, if I can. Okay, you have to click on the top of his cab. There's his faces if y'all want to check them out. They're pretty standard to like most of the locomotives have, except some of them that have newer ones. Here's his whistle. It's basically just duck's whistle. He did had a horn in like when he first introduced, but I think it like I don't they didn't it like excuse me. I'm sorry. I think it was only like once every like season, and you barely even heard like you heard it, but you just didn't like if that was like you know. But anyway, this one's an 1800s locomotive. Some of them are 1800s. There's like watching sport. Here is Stephen the Rocket. Now this is an 1800s locomotive built not 1829, I believe. That's when the Stephenson's rocket was built. He doesn't have any skin, just like well Henry's got skin, but and he also got a snow plow, which y'all can do it by clicking on the buffer beam or the square thing that you hook up the cars to the locomotive or for shunting. You know what I mean. He doesn't have any skin. You can check out his faces. They're actually less than I thought. I thought he would have more. But anyway, here's Steven. Here's his whistle. I that his whistle is pretty good. I think that's his. I know that's his original whistle, but I feel like it was more different, a little bit like one pitch. I don't know. It's hard for me to explain it, but it sounds a little bit different from what I'm hearing. But also the reason why his the lamp where it says unavailable is because the original Stephenson's rocket never had lamps, but Stephen had a lamp for some reason. Anyway, that was Stephen. I believe. Okay, there we go. For some reason they're not showing. There we go. Next up, we got a. It's Henry, but it is a it's his. Well, you know who. It's his A1 prototype. Here is, well, old shape Henry or A1 Henry prototype Henry. Henry was originally. This is what Henry looked like. It's supposed to look like because he's half A1 and half C1 Atlantic. He doesn't have a snowplow, along with Stephen and Stafford. Then again, I don't think Stephen can even push a snowplow because it's too heavy for him to push. But here's A1 prototype Henry. Actually, Henry is the first A1 prototype to be built. Then it was Gordon because Henry was a failure. Well, a failed experiment. So that technically means Henry was the first because people sit there and stole drawings, well, wrong drawings of Henry, and the person who was constructing him, didn't bother to check the building plans. So they just created a flaw design engine. But anyway, um, but seeing how as they built Henry, Sir Nigel Gresley still wanted to build a prototype, so that's why Gordon was built, and he was also known as the A0, but actually he's the A1 prototype, second A1 prototype. Henry was the first, and then Gordon was the second. And then Flying Scotsman then was the actual A1 because he ain't no experimental locomotive or prototype. Oh, I forgot. He also has a blue livery. I think you click on his steam dome, his pressure valve that releases steam. You know, the valve, safety valve. Damn it, safety valve. I just now got it. Remembered it, safety valve. Here's him in his blue livery. I honestly like Henry in a blue livery. It's better than a green livery, but I can understand why they went for that. Because of Gordon and Henry, the same bases, and, you know. You can also make Henry's number 3 go away by clicking on the 3, because this is what Henry looked like when he came to Sodor before gaining the number 3. And yeah, that's pretty much the Henry. Well, A1 prototype Henry. I was about to say that I accidentally changed FR Furnace Railway Edwards face to angry. I don't know why it looked like that to me. But anyway, I don't know what happened to the delete buttons. I think they're replacing them. But anyway, here's a locomotive that is, you should know by now. Here is Rebecca. There's nothing new to her besides her green livery. This is before she was sold to Sir Topham Hatt, I believe. This is her when she worked on British Railways. This is her livery. She doesn't have any new faces. She's got the same as her when she was her yellow when she's painted yellow. She's a Southwest Country Southern Railway locomotive. These engines were built for express trains, but they were not that great at their job because of wheel slip problems. They're like the same reason why they're the same as the Pennsylvania Railroad K4 locomotives. They had the same. There, that's pretty much some of the Pacific locomotives and other type locomotives. They had wheel slip problems. Some of them did. Some of the class. Also, her number is 34022. But when she was painted yellow, she decided to keep the 22. I'm guessing. I don't know how her backstory goes. All I know is that she's a Southern Railway locomotive that was kind of like, excuse me, sorry. All I know is that she's a Southern Railway locomotive that was built for express trains, but her class weren't that great, and yeah. Do I need to say more? I mean, y'all can look it up. But instead of me just rambling about it, because I could be wrong about some of the locomotives. Here is an 1800s locomotive. The originals were scrapped, but there's a replica that's on stat display. Here is Bloomer. He's an LNWR steam locomotive. These locomotives were built for express trains during the 1800s. There was different types of them, A, B, and C. I don't know which one Bloomer is, but y'all can look into it. Um, well, I should be telling y'all the missions, but well, I could say, well, I'll also show you the missions on how to do them. But I already completed them, so it's kind of difficult. But I can show you like where to look for them. You just gotta look good. But he has nothing to him. No skins, no nothing. Except you can unload his coal. He sent these locomotives were I think were built in 19 um 30, 40, 50, 60. I think 1860 or 70 or 80. I'm not sure. But these engines were built for express trains. But yeah, that's Bloomer. You know, I figured he would have had the LNWR on his tender or on his side. But literally, he doesn't have anything. Just a red coat of paint with black and white stripes. Um, I mean that's literally it. Also, he's a single axle locomotive, kind of like Emily. Yeah, and oh, oh, okay, okay. I was about to say, here's Edward, but this is a different. This is Edward when he first came to Sodor. This is when he was painted in Furnace Railway red livery. He still looks the same. Well, his body is, but his tender is a little bit different. It's more like a slanted of bloomers tender. That's basically what it kind of looks like. But anyway, there's nothing new to Edward's faces. He's still got the older faces, and also I think I think you had to click on his whistle in order to. I thought you had to click on the whistle to. Okay, that's how you activate his snowplow. I'm trying to figure how do I deactivate. Yeah, nothing's not working. I don't know how to get rid of it. His face when he like does something that's too difficult for him, but he can do it type of way. But anyway, that is Furnace Railway Edward. This is when he first came to Sodor, and he doesn't have no skins, no nothing. It's just him painted red with the FR on his tender. Anyway, here is a locomotive that. Well, here's a locomotive that it's the same one that it's like this is when he came in as his when he originally was brought Sodor. Okay, 15. Here is Gordon in his Junior green livery. This is when he first came to Sodor. He is the second A1 of the class. You know how I said when Henry was the first? Here's Gordon. That is the second prototype. You still got the same whistle. Um, I think that's just it to him. I think he doesn't have any skin. Yeah, he doesn't got any skin or anything. He doesn't even have a snowplow fitted to him. Which that's kind of just messed up. Not giving like the mission locomotives no snowplow besides Edward. I mean that's just kind of messed up because they need snowplows too in order to get through the snow. Anyway, here is a Thomas model, but it's Thomas. Well, I need to bring him out to show you. Here is Thomas. He's a same basis as Thomas, except he's covered in green. But I think he was originally a painted black locomotive because most of the E2s were painted black because as a freight livery, because the black livery was more of a freight livery. But some locomotives, like the passenger locomotives, were painted in a green livery, a green livery, and some were painted in a different color. Like the LMS, they painted their locomotives either black or red, depending. But anyway, here is Thomas, and the van that he's pulling, it looks like it's an LBSC 8-ton van. But here's his faces. He's got mellow face, which I don't know what that face is. Here's his angry face, chuckle face, evil grin face, happy, sad, and shocked. To be honest, I don't know why this character is this. He doesn't, I don't know what's the big, I don't understand why people like this engine because all he is, he, I think first, he only got, people liked him is because of a YouTuber that did videos on, like, him causing trouble. I think that was the concept of it, but I don't understand why people like him or adore him so much, like him. But anyway, that was all the mission and all the other, you know, locomotives. They're going to be coming out with City of Churro and 13 and Bluebell, from what I heard. Well, what I saw. I don't understand why YouTubers like to sit there and spoil the fun out of sitting there showing people like newer locomotives are appearing. It just doesn't seem right. It's just not fair because it's supposed to be a secret. But anyway, here are the LNERT coaches. Oh wait, I think. Okay, here's the composite coach. I was near the brake coach. Sorry. Here's the composite coach of the LNERT coaches. These coaches were only pulled by LNER locomotives. No other locomotives that I know of pulled these unless they were a foreign engine, and these were the only coaches available. But here's the T composite coach, and here is The brake coach, T coach. I know I'm saying that wrong. It's supposed to be LNERT coach, composite coach, and brake coach. So if I mix up, my bad. You can, I don't know. But you can also turn on their lights. Oh, and also these have to be, um, these come with Jeannie R. Gordon. Now, for the missions, which I'll show you. Wait, oops, not that. I will show you like where to find find them. Clearing the snow. First off, I'm gonna get that off the bat, off the mission thing. If you want to do it to get this Mr. Snowman, that's fine, up to you. But I'm not doing it because one, it's a waste of time, and my internet and my in the game will crash. But if y'all want to get this Mr. Snowman, that's up to y'all. I'm just not getting it because it's a waste of my time. Oh no, so I thought I had 450 snow to clear. It's only 250. Huh. Gee. I don't. If y'all want to get Mr. Snowman, that's on y'all. I'm not judging y'all if y'all want to get a snowman and attach to Thomas or create that episode. I don't think nobody even liked that episode. I don't think nobody did. Here's scrap plans. Now, in order to do this on getting Henry the A1 prototype, first you find the blueprint of him as the locomotive near the season 7 sheds behind the shed. Then you find the tender blueprint. I should be saying that blueprint at um near the station master's house at Titman, where the station master's house is. You should see it. That's that's on scrap plan mission. Here's a blooming mystery. Here's how you get Bloomer, the old locomotive, old engine, or locomotive, whichever you want to go for it. You have to find the parts on in Tinmouth Station at the Tinmouth Hall. You have to look near the buildings and behind the buildings to actually find them. But make sure y'all careful and look around good to find them. Also, in order to find the old him, you have to go to Elsbridge to find the old version of him when he's all rusted up. You should see him, and that's how you do Bloomer's mission. Now, a new appearance. This is basically British Railway Rebecca. How to get British Railway Rebecca. Basically, what you do is you collect paint cans, green paint cans, dark green paint cans at Knapford to get them. One's at that small little shed near the Knapford station where, like, kind of when you go to the line to the mines, it's kind of like at that gray shed. Then there's one, like, on this outside of Tinmouth Station. Not Tinmouth Station, Knapford Station. And then there's one at Knapford Station where the beta version of Thomas is. You know, the like when the first game came out, kind of like that. Um, I'm trying to think. Yeah, I think those are the only places. You should find. They're near Knapford. You should find them. Anyway, onto the Moss Inn. You basically have to go to on Thomas's branch line. You have to go to the old mines or old mines. Yes, that's correct. To find him, he's in a shed. And that's basically how you find him. You have to go to Thomas's branch line, go straight to the old mine, and you have to go to the shed in order to get him to capture him. Pretty much simple on that. Here's the young and green one. This one's a little tricky. Give teaks. What do these mean? Give teaks. I'm not going to do that because I think that deletes the teak coaches. I'm not doing that. Here's in order to do Genie R. Gordon's mission. You have to start from Tinmouth Station, and then you have to race along the track that goes to where Elsbridge is, because it's actually the quickest way to get to Wellsworth to Marin. And when you get to, you have to get there under 15 minutes, and you cannot cheat. I tried that with Gordon on spawning at Wellsworth, and it did not work. You have to race all the way to from Tidmouth Station to Marin. If you try to cheat, you ain't getting it. But that's on Jenny R. Gordon. I don't know what the give teaks mean. I'm not sure. I'm not gonna press that because what happens? It'll probably delete the coaches. I just don't know. Here's reliving the glory days. This is how you get FR Furnace Railway Edwards. Well, you know, you have to find this photo at the mud and near the not Henry's Tunnel. Then you find the side rod at the front of Henry's Tunnel, kind of like at the front where he gets bricked up, the wall where the wall is. You know what I mean. And then you find the picture of Edward on the in the mud. But that's all to the mission, the new locomotives, the new mission locomotives, and the new coaches. I'm not doing like I said, I'm not doing the Frosty Front. Only if I know there's like 250, and that's not a whole lot. Which I thought it was 450. But y'all can do it if y'all want to get the the Mr. Snowman. If you want to do that. If not, that's on y'all. That's up to y'all. If y'all don't want to get it or get it, that's on y'all. I'm just not getting it because my the let's just say the internet is not like it. It will kick me out if I stay in the game for too long trying to clear the snow due to my phone overheat. So that's why I'm not getting it. The rest were pretty easy. Gorn's a little bit tricky because of the hill, which they need to put the finish the hill instead letting people derail because it's not fair that engines that the people sitting there derailing due to the developers not even finishing the hill. That's just not right and it's not fair. But anyway, comment, and subscribe, and bye.